What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geek show with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. This is episode 189, and it's that time, bruh. Squid Games snuck out. It snuck out the third season on us. I didn't see no promo. I didn't see no trailers. I just heard it was out one day, and I was like, "Wait, what? We're just back, or we're back?" But before we get into that, Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
Got a little cough, bro. Not gonna lie.
No.
That's probably developing into something in the next few days, so that kind of sucks. But
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
So I'm making it, and I had to speed run these last few episodes because man, I was late on it. I had a couple of things to watch this weekend, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I finally got through Squid Game because it was definitely on the list that I should have been finished. And I'm glad we're doing this pod on it today. So how you doing, G?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Mom Duke's had birthday today. We ate good.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Celebrated.
I saw Jurassic World today.
Oh,
that was good. And now we're doing the pod. And I had to blitz this joint because I don't know what it was, bro. We had all weekend to watch this joint, and we both waited to the last day to watch 3 episodes.
Yeah.
But all right, Chris, let's just get straight to it, bro. Did it stick the landing? I just want to know straight out the gate, because we ain't got time to play, y'all. It's late. I ain't gonna crap. It's late, but we here. What's up?
I'm gonna play around. I was I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, but my main reason, I'm gonna go on a little rant.
Okay.
It's just mainly because, man, I kind of feel like the creator did not want to do this many seasons. I really feel like this is Netflix's fault. I'm gonna blame them.
Too far removed.
They just love the moneymaker. They love the we done struck gold. I want more.
Mm-hmm.
Because the season 2, season 3, part 1, part 2 thing, wow. I feel like it really stretched out this story, and some people's storylines we wasted a lot of time on.
Yeah.
And the landing, while I do like it, and it did get very, very dark towards the end.
It did.
I just feel like a better version the creator did have, but it was stretched too much that we got this. And that little twinkle that we're going to talk about towards the end, I did not like it. I'm normally the one who says like, oh yeah, that's the type of stuff I need. I'm not going to like it. I didn't like it this time. And so I'm going to go with it. They definitely didn't stick the landing for me. But I do think there are some high points in the show. But how do you feel, G?
I was not expecting you to say that.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
I liked it, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Nice.
I liked the ending. And I think maybe because I was more pessimistic going into it. Because for one, I wasn't checking for the show. And then 2, I was mad when it ended. With season 2 only being a part 1. You know? So like you said, it did get very dark towards the end, but like I feel like they got the core essence of like what the show was really supposed to be about. Now,
go ahead.
Some of the storylines didn't get wrapped up, but those are things that is like apparently it's probably going to happen in the next one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But there's other things that, you know, that we'll definitely get into, but it's something that I'm like, yo, like this is what I've been waiting for, like this whole time. And I think the main thing for me is just like, we're watching it as like an audience, but so are those VIPs. And those VIPs were stunned at the end. And I'm like, yo, that's really it. Like, that is the thing. That is like, when you see like human nature displayed in that manner, and all you could do was watch, and you're just in shock, and like you kind of just like freeze. That's kind of like what I've been waiting for, because like up until that point, I hated every single one of them, because I'm just like, yo, y'all are maniacs. Not only y'all want to come see the game, now y'all finna participate. You know what I'm saying? In the cleanup, talking about some it's hunting. And I'm just like, bro, nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. But as far as like what I was looking for, I feel like I got it. And then just to see like the way that it ended in a way that was just like not happily ever after, but more so like the, I guess you could say the ends justified the means, as far as like what people got out of the situation, that are kind of we're kind of on the outside. But one thing I just want to talk about right now is like, who do you think had, since you brought it up, who do you think had the most pointless storyline in this whole thing?
Probably the brother, to be honest.
The cop or
The cop.
yeah.
After just watching the whole thing, like it was cool that he got the baby at the end and he got to see his brother, but it just, for a last episode, potentially last season, just all that build up, especially from season 1 of it being his brother.
Yeah.
And then we spend the 2 seasons
Not getting
him
there.
just looking,
Yeah.
and then finally all he does is get there and say like, why?
Yeah. Don't get an
It's
answer.
not enough for me.
I like
It's
that he
not
didn't
enough
get
for
an
me.
answer though. I like that part. But
Yeah,
you gotta
I
hold
was just
that.
like, I was just like, this is 3 seasons, and like, hope. I don't think they're doing another season, so it's just kind of like,
You think it was more poetic ending than, all right, get ready for season 4, USA tour?
I just feel like it's, I don't know what they're going for with that story. You know what I mean? Like, it had a lot of excitement in season 1 because it was like, oh,
Yeah, we were
like he didn't even know
discovering
that.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, like he didn't even know that that was his brother.
Right.
So it's just kind of like that. There's a lot of tension in those other episodes. Like, oh, is he gonna find out? Oh, he's getting closer to his brother. I can't wait to find out how he feels. And that ending was just kind of like, not the ending I'm going for if I'm finishing it off.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just viewing this as they are going to America now, and I'm thinking it's 100% just disconnected. It's
It's like
not gonna
another
be.
universe.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the dude is wrapping up all the stories from season 1 pretty much, including the other side character that I'll say is the next weakest link, the Squid Game like minion,
Oh, number
like the
11.
suit. Yeah, the suit 11.
Pink
And
suit.
yeah, pink suit. Because it's kind of like that storyline is more of like the North Korea defector, and tying in back to season 1, the defector storyline of the girl, one of the
Yeah.
main characters. So it's just kind of like they definitely tied up all the characters' plot points,
Yeah.
and all these characters really do not have to advance unless they just magically say like, the cop, we're gonna continue your storyline, or the girl that goes to China, we're gonna continue your storyline in another series, which I just don't think there's enough there, because they would have put it in this series. So, but for me personally, I think it's the cop one. I just really felt like we wasted way too much time on that dang boat
Yeah.
looking for islands, hopping, and then the
Yeah.
climax for it, I was just like, nah, it doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. I knew we were in trouble once it became a search and not rescue, but just looking for the island. And we got to a point where it's like, okay, the captain has made a move. He has killed one of the people. And now it's like, okay, now we got to be close at this point, getting some type of closure.
Yeah.
But once there became a situation where it's like, okay, now we're just investigating the the captain of the boat. I was just like, okay, I guess, not to say like some of that part like wasn't as entertaining as it was like sitting there waiting for them to make their move each side, not the captain and all the mercenary unions.
Mm.
But I just think the reason why I say it landed the series was because of all of the stories getting tied up at the end, and it was kind of like a little bit of a refresher, but also like, all right, how would I wanted to have ended in a
Mm.
sense. So like to have it be almost like, this part of your life is over now, and you just going down the street and you randomly see somebody else playing that game, the game that gets you in Squid Game. I was just like, wow, what does that mean? Like, and it was like they were reading each other's minds in that moment. So I get that. I think to me, outside of the boatman, which was my answer to the boat part, I think like the whole like I don't know how to say it. Like all the behind the scenes stuff for between not only the captain but the officer
The cop
too.
stuff. Mm.
Yeah, like once we were in the game, I just kind of wanted to see the game. I feel like we didn't get a lot of game in this season compared to the second season. Like the games were, you could say more brutal, psychologically and stuff like that. But like because there were so many more players, I feel like this season was more talking head scenario,
Mm.
and just like them literally breaking down mentally towards the end, versus like in the first joint, it was really like a steady progression to this final game.
Yeah.
That we were all just waiting to see what would actually happen, and we had a grand crescendo. But this joint, it was like slow death, like they made that joint mega dramatic. So,
Yeah.
um, those are the portions like for me that it like really was just like, oh my gosh, we're talking again, you know. Like I think like what was your favorite game in this in season 3?
Tough.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I like all the other games better. Like
I like that jump
like
rope one.
really.
Yeah, because the thing I like about Squid Games is it's supposed to be kids games,
Mm.
and some of the other games weren't really kids games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like especially like the ending where it
Yeah.
was like
Definitely.
King of the Hill basically, but all we're gonna use is this pole. And I'm like, what kid played this game? You
Mm-mm.
know what I'm saying? So there's like before in the in season 2, it was you had more of those type of games that everybody could participate in. But then it got to a certain point where it's like, how can we make they kind of stopped being creative
Yep.
at the end when it came to the games part, because it's like, 2-2-2 going out like that was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. But then I think the most pivotal part was when the third guy was about to cross and everybody was getting all hype and stuff. It was like, oh, they could actually do it. Because I texted you, I was like, man, they need some more athletic youngins in the show, because this is crazy. Like the some of the simple stuff. Like I mean, I get that they've all fought to get to this point, but when Cuz thought he was on his side and then he started pushing youngins off, I said, oh, they done lost all humanity, bro. They had
Mm.
lost all humanity. It just like realized, like, oh, now we can actually, yeah, we can end the game right here, you know.
Yeah.
But I got so mad because Cuz was just Sung was just watching him do it.
Well, you watched them for a few people. Few people.
Few too many, bro. I would have choked Cuz out already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just jump. Like, I wouldn't try to witch call, but I'm trying to restrain him at least till more people get across, because that one instance created a whole chain reaction where now everybody losing.
Mm.
you know. So that's why I think that was the best game though, because it just created chaos, and it's like something that seems so simple, you know,
Yeah.
and was like really just like a workout. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like all the season games I just don't really like. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you kind of hit the nail. What how do
Hit
you
the
say
nail
it?
on the head.
Yeah,
Hit the
cuz
hammer on the
cuz
head.
like
I don't know, something like that.
the kid game portion was just so made it so much more fun and creative.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really feel like all these games were no longer like kid game ones. Like
Yeah.
one of them is tag pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But really it's like
Manhunt.
yeah. Yeah, it's Manhunter, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the jump rope one, I just think it's just an inferior version of the glass game. And then
Mm.
the last one, I was just so upset as soon as I saw it. I was like,
Yeah.
yo,
What
they
is
just
this?
left. Yeah, they left all creativity
Yeah.
of child games because the first one's at least last one is like a legit game that they knew that I had to
Mm-hmm.
freaking learn and be like, yo, I'm not out there like y'all as a kid. Explain to me this game. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was like
Yeah.
fun about it. So for it to be just pretty much King of the Hill, but in actuality, it was just all right. Who are we booting off?
Mm-hmm.
And then with the poll thing, it made it very, very boring. Like
Yeah.
so it's tough for me. I'm gonna just say I don't like any of the games.
Mm-hmm.
I, the jump rope was at least the one that everyone's gonna remember from uh season 2, but I just
Yeah.
think the other seasons had way better games. And I'm even including season 2 in there where they all were tied together and doing like the
Mm-hmm.
all the little games. I like
Yeah.
that one even better
The
because it just
Cathalon.
feels yeah, it just at least feels like oh, okay, who you gonna put, who's gonna mess up, and
Yeah.
it like I said, just doing like the little dice thing. I've never seen that, but watch
Mm-hmm.
them do it or mess up. I like that. So they
Yeah.
all suck, bro.
That's crazy. I can't wait to hear what your score is now, bro.
So
Um, but yeah. Okay. I can respect that. Um, next thing, which is like I probably should have been one of the first things we talked about, bro, because I just need to make sure that I'm not tripping. Was that baby fake?
oh yeah, that
Okay.
was an AI baby.
Okay. I just had to make sure, bro, because I was looking at that thing. I was like, bro, this is the most quiet baby I ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's just like this, like I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it, but there's a lot of things about that part was like unbelievable. It's a cool like thing to add in to spice things up, but
For sure.
I was more so like, dang, why like that joint is not real. CGI baby, bro. You know. Okay. Now, oh man, what do you think was like the most memorable though? Like, what's the most memorable part of the season for you?
Oh man.
It don't have to be a good thing. It,
Yeah, but it's just tough because I deep down I just want to say the main character
okay.
because in the at the very end the main character really had to lock in and
Mm-hmm.
like show that dog that champion in him. Like you don't deserve to win this. Like I was like
Yeah.
okay, let's do it
Yeah. And he had
because the whole
bounce.
because the whole seasons because I can't
Mm-hmm.
help but like kind of lump them together. He is like fighting hard and trying to convince everyone like yo we can't play this like. We
Yeah.
gotta stop. We gotta be better, yo. Like, what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
And even this season, he's so dejected from, his friend dying,
Yeah.
uh, the guy being revealed to be,
He thought he
um,
was his friend
yeah, thought he was his friend, and then in this season,
the whole
he finds
time.
out the whole time, like, so his whole demeanor was like
He was broken, bro.
broken, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just really love that final scene, with him in it, where he's like, "Nah, you don't deserve to win it."
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, yo, he's
I
locked
was
in.
like,
You
you're
got you.
absolutely right.
Yeah. I was like, yo, I don't know how he's gonna do this. And as soon
Yeah.
as he got across there, I was like, oh yeah, 1v1 is over. It's over. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna win.
Yeah. Because I was like, why didn't they press the button?
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. You know, and all we could do was watch.
Hmm.
All we could do is watch, bro. That's crazy. My most memorable part of this season for me was the I don't know. It's definitely not that part though, because I didn't like that. I didn't like that he went out like that. I'm like, damn, after all this, bro, this is how you going out, you know. But the most memorable part for me was probably the mom, the mother killing her son, bro. Because I was just like, bro, there's so many things that could have happened instead of that, you know. Because like that whole part sparked so much like tension between the group and not the group as a whole, but just like the core of their team. Because when we woke up the next day and she was gone, I was like, yeah, you should have just let him kill you. Like at this point, like what are we doing? Like, but who is to say that he wouldn't have done the same thing after? But that's where my brain went. My brain never went to me thinking that she was gonna kill him, and I was just like, bro, this is crazy. And then, I just really like once like the movie magic of like everybody just missing a step and like tweaking their ankle was just like the worst part that I was like, bro, there's no way she's going outside like this. You know?
Oh yeah.
There's so much
that ankle swelled up. I was like, okay, you lost.
Everybody went outside in this joint. Like, no. Oh, even lunchbox moment. The lunchbox moment when it was beating Cuz up in the last game. So that they could drag him across and then throw him off. And then he just was like, nope, I'm out. And it's like, yeah, y'all thought y'all was finna do that to me. Now I'm going out on my own terms.
Yeah.
I said, all right, nah, these youngins is crazy. These youngins are crazy, bro. But they still had so many chances to stop the game. You know what I'm saying? Now, next question I have for you is, who is your least favorite character? It could be a player, or
it's the main dad guy, the something coin guy. He was just always the worst the whole time though.
Oh, yeah. 333. That was his name, right? Yeah. Okay. For me, it was 100, bro.
Oh, the instigator.
Old guy, bro. Because he just was chatting the whole game, bro, and it was never about that action. And I'm just like,
I just feel like he's like the pot stirrer, so it's like you need that character to egg everyone on and get the conversation going.
Yeah. Like I thought Thanos was bad, but Thanos was just like really being himself.
And I just felt like it would have been more lively if it was Thanos the whole time doing that same role.
Because
like
he can actually
that guy is just
be active. Yeah. Like he's just there to talk. Like I don't think you're gonna do anything.
You know? And he proved it to the end. Like he still was not trying to do nothing. Like I just kind of feel like even that, like they had more livelier characters that they chose to kill off.
Yeah.
But like, you know, those crazier characters at least make it seem so much more interesting. Like, yo, what's actually gonna like I did not care about those last like 5-6 people that were there. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
It did
have me think about like, were they the original group that got together? Or like, like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't go back and check. But I just remember number 100. They all had good numbers too, for the most part, which is a thing, I think. Well, okay.
Yeah, they had some angel numbers there, huh?
That's what that is? Okay. I didn't know.
They're like 333 and 222 and
okay.
I don't know 456 and stuff like that is. I think it's just.
I just thought they were like aesthetically pleasing looking numbers.
Yeah.
You know, like that's where my brain went. I don't know nothing about the star mathematics. You know what I'm saying? But let's see, what else? You got any questions?
I had a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think What was your interpretation of the very last line from the main character when he said like we're not animals, humans are
Yeah,
blankety blank? Like
yeah.
um aesthetically and conceptually, what do you think the creator or what do you think that he wanted us to take away from that?
I've never heard that phrase before.
Mm.
Like, because he said first he said we are not horses, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then it's like humans are, and then it just left it.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, I had to rewind it a couple times because I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking, like, what does that mean? Like, because at the end of the day, it could be like a free will type of situation, or it could just be like, you know, human nature in a sense. Is like at the end of the day, like if it's just you or me, or if it's between like a innocent, what's it called? Like as long as like to me it just gave people hope. Like it gave the girl number 11 King Noel. She was about to boom herself, bruh. You know,
Mm.
after all she done went through, like she destroyed all the records, accomplished what she wanted to accomplish. She was ready to end it, and that saved her life. That moment right there, saving the baby. Because at that point, if you're willing to kill a baby, bruh, like what has the world come to? You
Hmm.
know? So I think it was more so that I wish you would have said it. Because
No.
it's like, yo, this whole time you was never that deep, bruh. Like before,
And he held back his words this season too. You
mm-hmm.
know, like he was keeping them gems in his back of his brain. Like
Yeah, I'm like, so like I'm not one that says that you can't like learn. I'm constantly learning different things. So like in the time period where he was searching, he could have been in them books, getting smarter and trying to figure out the thing. Cause it's like between him and the headman was really just trying to see if he was like him,
yep.
you know? Like that was a constant test. It's like, all right, is he gonna break? What is going to be the thing that sets him over the edge? I'm going to give him this knife. See if he does what I did. That part to me got me too. I think that's my most memorable thing. Now I'm thinking about it, was like them flashing back and forth between both of their perspectives, because
Yeah, cool scene.
it just showed how cynical even the old man from the first game was to even put them in that situation where you gave them that option. Because it could have been anybody out there that was to do it. So it's like, if the original game is to display people's, true natures and humanity at its worst, what people would do for money,
Yeah.
like if you're that desperate, then if the answer is that, you know what I'm saying? Then what's understood don't need to be said. Like we saw it. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much a thing that like you might be able to put into words, even though I'm talking right now, but it's like something that you kind of have to just see, you know? So that's the best answer I can get to you.
I
What did
feel
you
it. I
think?
feel it. Um, it was tough
Yeah.
because I feel like a lot of words could have fit right there. But I like the artistic flavor there. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of feel like he wanted to leave it kind of like, like you can't
Ambiguous.
define
Yeah.
like humanity. Like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like you guys all think you got humans figured out like
Yeah.
horses and in the sense he was saying. But like humans are like blank. It was kind of
Mm-hmm.
like undefined.
Unpredictable.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, like an undefined thing that is too complex to put into like a single word. But even
Mm-hmm.
though like the higher ups want to put humans in like this box,
Yeah.
and I definitely think people can definitely break down Squid Game and all those meanings behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can like get deep into like politics of what this means and all that type of stuff. Um, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like the whole games are trying to define like human nature. Like, what are humans gonna do? Are they gonna backstab
Yeah.
each other, or are they gonna help each other? And it did feel like from these seasons, um, the VIPs just got into the habit of not even, thinking like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. No,
It
they're
became
already
like,
too gone. They're already too
yeah, they're
far
gone to the
gone.
point like, I just want to see how they die, or ooh,
Yeah.
and
Let's put
and
the
even
baby
though,
in the game.
yeah,
Like,
put the baby in the game, like. So I just really feel like it was a really awesome like artistic piece to put in there, because I feel like anyone can like,
mhm.
put any word and it kind of would fit a narrative that you could spin. But
Yeah.
yeah, leaving it blank was like, oh, he's saying it's like undefined. Like, y'all not gonna put humans in a box. Like you said, bringing in the whole other characters, like she had the gun in her mouth.
Yeah.
She was ready, and then changed her whole. Like, she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna make it out of here. I'm gonna make it off this island," and then
Yeah.
boom, gonna go get her daughter back, hopefully. So
Mhm. And like was nuts. I just was realizing like the whole time while we was watching this joint, bro. I'm like, yo, it can't keep getting worse, and it just kept getting worse.
yeah.
Even to
I
the
did
point
feel like
where
once the baby was born, like the end was already written. Did you feel that way?
no, because I couldn't put nothing past these youngins, bro.
I,
Like,
I felt that as soon as they said that the baby is a player, like the bridge guy
yeah,
said, like, no, the baby's a player too.
right.
I
I
was
felt
like, well,
like,
they done. They like, that's not,
yeah.
if
Well,
the
I
baby's a
felt like
player, they
certain characters were done, but like for me, the baby just meant that like it wasn't until like what the last game was that I was really like, okay, this could end a couple ways.
oh
Either
really?
yeah, like either it ends how it ended, where it's like, okay, only the baby survives,
Mhm.
or it's a situation where it's like they don't, like nobody told them. Like
Oh really?
he goes out with the baby, bro. I don't know, like, cause it's
Oh, you
cynical.
thought there was a possibility like he defeats the game?
No,
I Yeah, I thought he
no,
gave that up.
I didn't think he
I was
was
like,
gonna
yeah.
win. I didn't think he was gonna win, but I'm saying like because there are no winners in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that, but I'm saying like I just didn't know what they were going to do when it came down to it, because I kind of didn't really understand the game either. It wasn't until really like when they didn't press the button that I was like, okay, yeah, nah, both of them gonna have to go. Because once they pressed the
Yeah.
button, then it could have been two winners, apparently, something like that, right?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any scenario in which two people can walk away, because the baby
Mm.
can't even vote for themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if he had won,
Mm.
like, because there was three people at the end, and
Yeah,
because they didn't press the button, that means that somebody still had to be eliminated, right? Because that's why
yeah,
they was gonna bring the lunchbox dude over, was
yeah,
because it's like if they was able to break him over, then boom, it'll be them three that's left.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then because I think that's how it was supposed to go, and then maybe it was like gonna be a duel to the death or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking along the lines of that. It's almost as
Yeah.
if like Squid Game in general, like
Hmm.
the evil team's ideology was we kill one person each round, and then all of us click the button, we win, we split the loot.
Yeah.
But they're just the way the games have always gone. It's kind of like,
We know that's not what you're going to
regardless,
do.
yeah, regardless at the end, like
Yeah.
to cross this line,
Hmm.
hey, someone has to vote someone off again, or something
Yeah.
like it just always felt that way. So I definitely do get what you're saying though. Like, it did seem like, bro, just if you just tap that button before you started boxing,
Yeah.
we
This all
we'd
could have
been
been
good.
avoided. Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
it doesn't seem that's like how the VIPs work. Like, but I don't know. I gotta go back in that Squid Game lore where they had all the winners. Like, did they ever have two?
I don't think so. But it was not so much that they had two, it was the fact that they ended the game and they split the money.
Did that was confirmed?
That's what I thought they were saying.
Yeah, but I don't think that's ever happened.
Oh,
I
I
thought
don't
they
know if
had like
that's
a
ever
record.
happened. No, I don't know if that's ever happened.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, like in this scenario. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. It's only spooky, bro. It's only
Yeah.
very spooky because you got to think too, like even the way that they pick the players and then they pick the staff, and it's like, yo, how do you defeat the thing? Because it's like that was like the thing that was blowing me the most was the fact that Cuz was really the police officer was really trying to like Rambo this thing. I'm like, bro,
Mm.
there's a million people on this island, bro. There's no way you're gonna be able to do this.
Yeah.
You know? And it was like almost like a
And
mute
remember, they
point.
had to hire those guns too to arm
Right.
people.
Yeah.
Like it just goes to show like there also is deep meaning along like the main character even knew like I tried, but
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean like even you trying to rebel against this unstoppable elite group
Yeah.
um that you should just like give up your humanity and like become
Mm-hmm.
a horse or whatever,
Right.
like there's definitely meaning in that. And even the cop guy, like he done
Mm-hmm.
pretty much resign at this point. But
Right.
he was like, "I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna go against this whole army." And I was like, "All right, bro, let me see it." I just wish we actually saw it. You
Yeah.
know, that would have been helpful, but it is what it is. And I guess
Yeah.
we can explore that more in the next Squid Game.
Right. Because it blew the island up, bro. So it's like the Coast Guard didn't even get to do anything.
Yeah,
So there's that. It's like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. Like I like the way it ended, but it's like when we having a conversation about it right now, it's just like, man, like they did this is the cause of trying to stretch the game out,
yeah.
you know? Like that's why we spent so much time in that boat.
To be honest, that's yeah.
Like and that sucks. You know?
Mm.
Like that's actually buns. Cause like even like how they ended the girl storyline where like she's about to go find her daughter. And it was somebody else that was like right before that in the airport that found something. I'm like, yo, I'm so confused. Who is this guy?
Yeah, he was like just the,
Uh,
the defector guy that helps these families like reunite.
mm-hmm.
And he just it was kind of cool. Like he saw her and was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
like they don't know who I am, but let me go ahead and give her a call, make sure she on
Right.
the way, and let her know I'm not gonna be there, but someone gonna pick you up."
Yeah.
And it's cool because that is like stuff you can like do another storyline. I just don't like their
Mm-hmm.
setup because it doesn't make me believe that they're actually gonna follow through with that. Like
Yeah.
I don't see it. Like
Right.
even when they get the little baby got all the money and
Yeah.
essentially wins the Squid Games.
I was like, are they going to raise the
I,
baby?
Yeah, I was like, yo, Squid Game 4, the baby comes back to defeat the Squid Game. But it's like, yo,
Yeah.
that hype is not there for me. like,
Nah. And it's
like,
like they just proved that you can't beat the game
yeah,
again.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like in the
100%.
beginning of season 2, I did have an inkling that I was like, oh, they might actually be able to do it.
Yo, bro
You
dyed
know?
his hair and everything. Oh, he was ready.
Yeah.
Like, and then he loaded up like, I spent money. I got these goons. We gonna get on the boat. Like I was like,
I got a
okay,
fake tooth that's actually a tracker.
yup,
You know, like I'm a whole spy now,
believable.
James Bond. You know, and then it got there, and it's like we done changed the games, and I was just like, oh no, like this is
Had
bad.
had the whole rebellion part at the end of season 2 and season
Yeah,
3. It was like, bro, they're
yeah,
unstoppable.
yeah, and it's like, cause it gets weird when it comes to like scoring too, because when I really think about like what I would give the season, it's more so like, yo, like every time I think about something that was bad, I think about something like when I was watching it, like my actual reaction to it. And I'm like, yo, like it was just actually crazy that they put this in this show, you know. But then there's like glaring things that's like until you take a step back and look at it, you know, that police officer didn't get nothing accomplished.
I know, bro. That's the first thing I said after I watched it. I was like, dang, I feel bad for that
But he's
storyline.
smiling though. Like, like he beat them. Like, you know? And like cause his mom died, right? In the second season. She passed away, right?
I thought so.
Yeah. Cause like that was one
Right?
of the whole things where it's like, he finds his
I think
brother
that's it.
and then finds out that like his brother's actually not dead and now his mom is not alive to even tell. Right? So, and then seeing him like working a parking ticket job and then finally run into the right person, aka the main character, and it's like, oh, now we back, we on, because I had amnesia. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to it. But I feel like the psychoanalysis part of it, they got that down pat.
Yeah, especially for the motivations when a lot of people killed themselves or died, or like when the mom jumped off the edge.
Yeah.
In a way, she said, "I'm protecting my baby."
Mm-hmm.
That there's a lot of scenarios where it's like, dang, like this is some good writing where they write characters into a corner that's gonna doom them to their like death, like the mom and son duo.
Mm-hmm.
That whole time we were just waiting to see how this goes down.
Yeah.
And
because he had plenty of opportunities to get his lick, and he just could not complete it, bro.
But I do like it when writers do that method. It's kind of like, this is a character, he has these flaws, he has these advantages. It's gonna mess up the group on purpose because of this.
Yeah.
And we'll see where it leads them. And it's like, are we really gonna go out bad like this? And then it allows certain characters to have even like better send off. So like someone like the mom who does want to protect their baby, does want to believe the baby daddy.
I mean, she gave some great advice all the way up until she was done, because nobody was there to give advice to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she walked everybody else off a ledge. And it, Let me stop. I'm about to say something crazy. My fault. Bad pun. But yeah. Okay. So it's like, we know it's good, but then they just messed up on certain parts because they had to stretch it out. That's the
overall
conclusion.
I probably would agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. So then what does that mean for the score? Give us your score, Chris. What are you giving season 3?
I'd multiply it by 2. I'll give it a 6. It's tough because I really do like Squid Game.
Yeah. What did you get season 2? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I probably
I feel like he was higher. I feel like he was higher on it than me.
Really?
Maybe not. I don't know.
If I was an 8,
being mad.
Dang. Yeah, I definitely feel like season 1 was like a 9.
Mm-hmm.
I probably gave maybe I did give season 2 a 7. But overall, I just kind of feel like the main thing, the games were worse. And the conclusion, while I do like how the main character goes out, I kind of felt like once they established the baby as a player, it was like defined immediately. Like, the baby is gonna win this game.
It's the only one that make it right.
Yeah, because it's just kind of like the main character has to defeat all these people. Like he can't let the baby get murdered. And it is very Squid Game like to be like, the star of the show is the main character and he's got to go this season. Like, and I just don't like the other 2 main storylines, if you want to call them main storylines. I just think they're very weak overall and waste more time than we gain.
Yeah.
And a minor gripe that we always talk about with these stuff, like the part 1, part 2, man, they could have just done 1 season. They really
it's over with, bro.
And just kind of like these types of things prove it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely think some people could like this season a lot more, but I just feel like a lot of the good characters did not last towards the end, which could have made it a little spicier, a little better. And there was a lot of talking with these characters I don't care about. So, while it does have the really cool last scene, I'm gonna give it a 6. I probably wouldn't revisit it. And to be honest, if someone asked me about Squid Game, I would say just watch the first season.
Dang.
And
It
I
was
do want to
shoulder.
talk about the future after your score. So what is your score, G?
I could tell you what it was, but it has changed after our conversation.
No. Go ahead.
So, actually, hold on. Let me make sure. What did I say? Yeah. Okay. So I think it was definitely because we literally just finished it, and the way what we saw at the end, that I was like, yo, this joint was actually goated because of the way it ended.
Goated.
You know, but then like once we really talked about it, bro, and realized like, yo, the cop ain't getting nothing done. Like at least the girl, at least the number 11 girl, she accomplished her mission, and she was doing stuff that I was like, yo, she doubling back. You know, had a Swiss cheese, cuz, you know what I'm saying? But the other dude ain't getting nothing done. And I'm just like, dang, that storyline was pointless. Because it's like, all you're gonna do is yell at him. He's not even gonna acknowledge you, bro. He really just aura farmed him, bro.
He did.
He treated him like Sasuke. He really keeping it a buck.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
Like when Sasuke was after Itachi, and he like held him up against the wall and said, bro, you're not ready, bro. You're weak, bro. I don't mess with you. and threw him aside, bro. And had to save. Well, the Jiraiya saved him. Because he did a little toad thing.
I think he did. At the end.
Yeah. That was just bad, but I'm gonna give it a 7, bro. I think I had gave it a 7 the first time for season 2 as well.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, bro, they just stopped in the middle. I hate when they do that. I'm like, yo, why would y'all do this? So I was more mad about that than anything else. But like, I still think they stuck the landing because the ending was good, but everything, like some of the stuff before that, is just still shaky. It's still shaky. I gotta change my score to a 7, bro. That means it was mid, bro. That's crazy. The stuff that was happening was not mid to me, but the structure of it, it's like, oh, how do we span this till they blow up this island? You know? And that's what we got.
There's a lot of parts I'm like, I definitely don't think there are good parts. Like I think that's definitely the moral of it. There are definitely good parts, but it definitely just seems like they could have done a little bit better and done make it one season, and overall it would have felt a lot better. And keep the same ending. I'm fine with the ending. It's good.
All right, what is your future question?
How you feel about the Squid Game USA?
Are we sure it's USA, bro?
Yeah, that was confirmed before.
That
like
was California.
Like they were doing a.
I couldn't tell what that license plate was.
English Squid Game.
I think it's dangerous.
You don't think they're gonna mess up the legacy of it or something?
I think the cultures are just different, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because like part of like the allure of Squid Games is the fact that of where it takes place.
Yep.
You know, because like compared to the US,
hopscotch time,
they are like way more respectable to each other. Everybody's Mr. and Mrs. and like, you know, hello, how are you type thing. Like, and it's like it's in their nature not to be selfish outside of like, you know, like when they're in a desperate state. And I'm just like, bro, like, cause I was reading in a book, I think I was listening to it actually, where it was about the pilots, right? And it was like how pilots interact with the people on in the towers and stuff like that. and how like people from I forgot what country it was, but people from um Asian countries are like more like respectable and like more soft spoken and not necessarily saying what they have to say, and it causes plane crashes because it's like they can't get out of like the programming of like how they were like raised, in the sense that it's like I don't want this person to kind of like, this person's above me, so I gotta treat them as such instead of like telling them like what needs to be done. And I think that part of it where it's like the players will talk to each other like, you know, however they need to talk to, but it's like with the US, bro, that giant could get rowdy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, what games are we playing?
Yeah.
You know,
Dodgeball.
playing jackpot.
Four corners.
You
I gotta
know what I'm
see that.
saying?
I gotta see them go crazy on four
We about
corners.
to play 21. What we doing? Like,
yo, if they have a RDC World skit where it's Squid Game and they play pickup basketball,
bruh,
I'm done. I'm dead.
I'm saying, and it's just like, that's why I was saying like I don't think it can ever happen, bro, in the US. But it can happen, but it's like
they gotta do it. They gotta be careful.
Who's gonna tell the
ridiculous.
story? Because it's so much that's like
streamers.
Like, oh my gosh,
bro. Guy gonna be in there like, yo.
Mr. Beast already did it.
Yeah.
You know, but it was still the same. I think it was. I didn't watch the video, but it's still like, I guess
I haven't finished the series. I did a few, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it was like some dumb stuff where it's like we're all on a line and
because
like,
it's actually
convince one of us has to quit, and it
Yeah.
cost the whole row, and it's like, bro,
and it broke people down so bad when they actually did it.
Yeah,
and he was just blazing through it like it was nothing, and people was mad at him. I remember that, but I was actually talking about, I think the first one he did on the YouTube.
Oh, where the YouTubers
when it first came out. Yeah, when when Squid Game first came out. That's the one I was talking about. But I forgot he got a whole Beast Games series.
Beast Games, yeah, that's what it was.
Because I didn't watch it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, I feel it. I kind of agree with you. I think culturally, it's a big jump, and I don't know if they'll stick that landing for sure. Yeah, it just feels like having these kid games that we've never heard of, the songs, the nursery rhymes. Like I'll give it a go. But even seeing that little glimpse of it, I did not like that they're playing the Korean.
Translate.
Yeah. I was like, no, do like some, like roll the dice, do something, something that I feel like would actually be happening in the corner of the street, and I not think like one way of it. And
I think it'd be too physical, bro.
Yeah, like they have to bring that type of energy to it, and I don't know if that matches up with,
because you're not breaking into somebody's house and the cops come and they pulling out the taser. One cop had a blick, but I think only like, I forgot who it. I forgot if they said like only like the certain ones could have the blick or not. But like, what? Go ahead.
No, keep on.
Oh, but like, all of the side quests that they go on in the show is not happening in the US, bro.
Yeah, because I'm like, are they gonna do the cop storyline again in the US?
No way.
Like, I really feel like that's just like copycatting at that point. Like, you gotta do something else.
Or maybe they are transporting them somewhere else.
Oh yeah,
they could take them literally somewhere else.
And it's just like American contestants.
Yeah,
I feel it,
because it's like, oh, it's too hot over here right now.
Yeah,
where's the next best place to go? America. All the VIPs is from America. So, or not America, but like, pseudo American. I don't know if they're all from American, but they were speaking English. So I don't know.
I did think
it made me excited when I saw it. I'm like, yeah, there's no way.
Oh, you didn't know at all?
Huh? No, I didn't.
You didn't know all they had an American Squid Game coming through?
No, I didn't know that. But I'm saying just like the end credit scene in general. Like I said, I didn't know Squid Game was coming out, bro. Like, it just flew under the radar for me. Like, it just popped up on Netflix one day, and I was like, wait.
I said sometimes that timeline gets you where it's just like, but things come in development, so it's like this can't be avoided sometimes.
Yeah.
But as soon as they had that, I was like, we're just doing a remake already. We just like Squid Game just dropped. And then when I saw at the end that, they kind of tied in a little bit where
Same
it's
universe.
like, oh yeah, same universe. But the daughter is in, was it LA? Were they in LA?
I guess they got to be in LA. Yeah, I think she is in America. 'Cause wasn't he going to America when he left, when he won?
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
When he won. So
yeah.
I'm just saying, throw some extra spice in it,
Yeah. I didn't put
throw the daughter in there.
No. No. Leave her alone, bro. She been through enough. She was ready to fire on cuz when we talking about her. I don't want this.
Yeah.
I saw that debit card. Said,
I ain't gonna lie though, that was a L dad for not at least throwing the money down to the down there before he went back to fight the Squid Games. He literally
very true.
Could have got on the plane. Yeah. Like at least set everyone up, then go back. Like,
yeah.
Nah, he just turned around and said, "No, I got it. This is my mission."
Yeah.
So
very Batman, bro. Crusade.
But I just wanted to know what you thought about the future Squid Game, because we're definitely gonna talk about that when they come out. And
are we
gonna see? I think it might ruin the legacy if it's extra.
Or it's already a nasty number.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they're gonna number it
unless it's Dak Prescott. We stop.
We're gonna have some athletes in that one though. They want to have some
bro. That's what
people.
I'm saying, bro.
Oh.
Bro.
Like the cookie, bro. Oh my gosh! Like,
what are they gonna make?
I don't know what they're gonna do.
What they gonna do for us?
I don't know, bro. I do not know. I'm just thinking of stuff like that. I don't know. What was it?
I can't even think of an equivalent, bro.
The Tootsie Pop or something like that. What was it?
Tootsie Roll.
The yeah. Like
what about
that?
Oh, that's
like that's a kid thing. Like how many licks does it take to get to the center or something like that? Like they could try to do something like that, but I can't in my brain right now. I'm just thinking 4 corners, free throws,
relay race.
You could relay race. Jeez,
tug of war. It's gonna be field day stuff.
They did tug of war already though in Squid Game.
Yeah, but it's like not teams. I don't know.
Yeah,
every man for
themselves.
Like
they have to do the same stuff. They have to.
I just think about like what did we do on field day?
Yeah,
we raced, 3-legged race. We did that already.
Like the potato sack race thing.
Yep, potato sack race.
The wheelbarrow thing where you grab someone's ankles and they race.
There you go. That's like what 5 right there. That's a whole season.
5 right there. Hey,
then
put us on the board.
Last game, first one to 7. Get the pot.
That's gonna be crazy.
But I think also too, like just because like the US is so diverse as well, seeing who they pick.
Yeah. Like they're gonna have some characters.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be wild people in there.
Yeah. Cause like it's gonna be a 6'8" dude in there and it's gonna be a 4'11" dude.
Yeah.
And it's like it's gonna be crazy, bro.
The first thing is gonna be like a math problem. They'd be like, bruh.
No.
Spelling bee competition.
Oh my gosh.
It's over.
You're cooked.
Type racer on the keyboard. Done. Read this sentence. Reading. Read 3 sentences. Game over.
What if they put like video games in it?
Like I said, they gotta be careful because like it could get very ridiculous.
Yeah. Because when I think back to my childhood, I think of games, like video games.
Yeah.
It's like the stuff we was like not necessarily like because I don't know. All the stuff I played was sports when I was a kid. Like that's all I was doing. I didn't really play like I played that 4 square game with the ball.
Yeah. 4 corners.
4 corners. Yeah, I played that. But like there was a basketball out, I was playing basketball. If it was a soccer ball out, I was playing soccer ball. If it was a kickball out, I was playing kickball.
Yeah, kickball.
Wasn't on that jungle gym.
Well, we'll see, but yeah, that that might be a quick pod after like 2 episodes. Like, yeah, this ain't gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, that's crazy. But all right, we'll look out for it, y'all. We'll do our best. But what you geeked about, bro?
Two things. Tomorrow, today technically, PSG plays Real Madrid in the what is it called? World
Stanley
Cup.
Cup final. It's like, nah, I'm playing.
Club World Cup semifinals.
Okay.
Pretty excited about that. That'd be tough if they also win that, because then they just like the greatest team ever all time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be a tough one. You know, Real Madrid done switched up a lot of stuff. Got a new coach. And then, you know, they're just trying to start out right.
In a honeymoon stage.
Yeah. It just definitely feels like PSG should take care of them. I'm not gonna lie. It really feels it. But they started out pretty slow last game, so I'm pretty excited to watch that 3:00 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they play again this weekend.
Yeah. At
the final at MetLife. And then the other thing is a One Piece update for me. I'm through it. We out of Zoe. I think that's how you say it.
Yep.
We're on our way to. I guess they're splitting up. One is the Whole Cake Island. The other one's to Wano. So, super excited.
Okay.
The arc was saying like 110 episodes or something crazy.
Yeah. So
that's ridiculous. So, but I'm excited, super excited. I've just been blasting through One Piece.
Yeah. This is I'm about to say something, bro. I ain't gonna say it though. I ain't gonna say it.
And I do have one more thing, because it's kind of meeting up with One Piece, but hopefully I can get through a lot more before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
We're heading to a Collecticon, first time ever.
Oh yeah.
Mainly for the Pokemon cards, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to see if I can get some pins. See if they got those.
Nice.
I got my. You can't see it.
Zoom in real quick. Zoom.
Blaziken.
Oh, there you go, Blaziken.
Blaziken.
So I'm pretty hyped to go to a Collecticon. I mean, I've seen the YouTube videos before, but now I've been deep diving. I've been looking. Trying to understand
all the time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's always in my algorithm. They'd be like, this is one guy today or yesterday. He was like, what do you want for this box? I was like, why are you talking like that? Like, you sound exactly like who I thought will be at this convention. No disrespect, because I'm gonna be at one too. I was just saying, I just thought that was hilarious.
So I'm definitely like getting my like deep dive, my info on like how it works. Just trying to figure out what it is.
It's nice.
But I'm also hoping. Is it?
Yeah.
In that Richmond area?
Yeah.
Like a convention center?
When I was in school, we had conventions there for architecture all the time. Every year that we had to attend. And
okay.
Not crazy, but it's like yeah. It's like Richmond, like kind of old, but
yeah, I was wondering when they said it. I was just happy it was close by.
It's like right by VCU,
like a rinky-dink place. Okay.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about is like right by VCU. It's like low key connected.
Okay, but that actually sounds even better than I was thinking. Mm-hmm. But I'm also hoping to find a One Piece Labubu.
What the heck is that? I've heard that word before.
It's a rabbit hole. It's like a kind of like a Funko Pop in a way, but it's like a I don't know how to describe it, like a rabbit type doll thing. But they have these specific ones that are One Piece related. So I really, really want to get I'll probably have to buy it straight up, because they come in closed boxes and you randomly pick out.
I have seen them. I have seen them, and the dude was like, "This it?" When he bought it. Yeah, I seen a TikTok about that. He was like, "Yeah, I heard y'all selling like the boo boos."
Yeah,
and dude was like, "Oh yeah, it's right here. It's a whole stack right there."
Yeah,
and he's like, "This is it." Like, he did not know what he was buying, bro. He did not know what he was buying.
So I'm gonna dip my toe in those. But I'm gonna get the One Piece one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just see if they have any that's actually selling the Luffy Gear 5 one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because that's like the rare one.
Have you seen Gear 5?
I don't even. I've seen what he looks like, but I
Okay.
don't know like what it does. I don't even know what it
Yeah.
means, to be honest. Like I
Yeah.
got spoiled from that from Twitter. But
Okay.
uh,
I know what it is.
yeah. So I'm just trying to like. Hopefully, I can catch up to One Piece in 20
Yeah.
days to the point where I can get there. But
Yeah.
that's a tall task. Like I have to be really,
I lock in.
really on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I find it, I'm gonna be hyped. But
Okay.
what you geeked about, G?
Let's stick with the anime first. I recently made a video asking the people, bro, the community, give me your best mecha anime recommendations, and that joint exploded, bro. I got a million things to
Dang.
watch now.
What was
So
the top one? I want to know. I want to know if it's the one I'm thinking.
it was like Iron Blood, something.
Oh, definitely not.
It was like Children Iron Blood or something like that. But it was like that's the one people said was like the best. But it's
Okay.
like dark. But then obviously you got all the Gundams. It's like a million different Gundams.
Yikes.
And then
I do like Gundam, but
the other one was like
do they have Gurren Lagann in there?
it might have.
No?
I'm not sure.
Dang.
I'm not sure. Now I don't remember by name. There was so many names. There was but the one that I did know was Evangelion.
Yeah.
And because we heard about that one when we went to DreamCon. And then I tried watching it. I did not like it.
It's normal.
It's old. It's old though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then the other one was Code Geass, which I didn't know was a mecha anime.
That's a mecha? I didn't think it was.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I mean, it could.
I've always wanted to watch it. It's like people's like random.
Yeah.
Yo, that's my anime. I'm like,
yeah. So, and I'm a very like aesthetic person. So it's like I don't like the art style. I might not like the anime, but I'm trying to broaden my palette. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so I got a whole list of those to watch. I'm gonna start watching that because like now that like I'm not gonna say my One Piece journey is over because it's I still have sub to watch, but like it's getting to that point where it's like I need another thing to watch like while my other shows are like coming out weekly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that. I said earlier, I saw Jurassic World Rebirth earlier and I liked it.
Nice.
But
I saw Scarlett Johansson's bag didn't went up. So that's good.
Oh, for real? I did not know that.
They said she's like one of the top 5 actors.
She been in a lot of stuff though.
Yeah.
Like she and like Jurassic World is like on the like it's franchise wise is big, but like the other movie she been in, there was one about science or whatever, but it was really like colorful. I forgot the name of it. Like about it. She was in this town or whatever. It was a whole bunch of other people in it. But yeah. So what was I saying?
You watched Jurassic World.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not a big fan of the dinos in it specifically, but I like the movie though. Okay. That's all I'll say. And then also I finished Ironheart too. And people in the comments, bro, like I don't know what it is. I don't know where they keep coming from. But they just stay on the internet to hate, bro. And I'm like, yo, like, what are y'all even watching these things? Because nobody ever has like some people have like they at least give a score, but I'm giving my score for it. And it's like I'm getting likes because people like it. But then in the comments, everybody's like, worst show of all time. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, and now it's like, that's why I didn't get greenlit for a second season. I'm like, that's cap, bro. They didn't, just because they didn't say it was getting renewed doesn't mean it's canceled, bro. Like, how are we getting from 1 to 3 automatically? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you know what? Let it go. Let it go, because it's like to say something is rage bait, but then you're actually rage baiting with the rage bait. It's just like, yeah.
Feel it.
Like, so all you get from me is a cap emoji now. That's it. If you keep commenting back, you're going to get another cap. And they're going to have to hold that, bro. Because it is what it is. But also, quarterback season 2 just dropped.
Yeah.
So I'm on that this week. Football is almost here. And
well, that might be it. That might be it for me.
they brought back a crowd favorite, Cousins.
There's no way.
They got Cousins, Jared Goff, and who was the last person?
Baker Mayfield. I don't know who it is.
That would have been tough. I forgot who the last person is. My fault. But
Hurts?
no. I think it was
Burrow.
Burrow. It was Burrow. It was Burrow. All whites. So, but Joe Burrow. I think did Joe Burrow do? Joe Burrow did something else, didn't he? Or was he in quarterback season 1?
I've seen something with him.
Because wide receivers had Jamar Chase in it.
I seen something with him.
Oh no, it was Hard Knocks. It was Hard Knocks. They did the,
Okay, that's it.
The AFC whatever.
North.
Yeah. So yeah, now they're doing quarterbacks. But that's gonna be
tough.
Fire. Can't wait.
And not the Cousins part. I don't know what the heck they're gonna do with that. That's crazy.
I think, but he was a crowd favorite in the first season. So like,
yeah.
He's not even on Atlanta no more, right? Or is he?
He is. He's
just the backup now. Dang. They said he knew that was gonna happen though. He knew that was gonna happen.
This man knew how to collect money. That's all I know.
Hey,
get that paycheck.
Yep. Get that bag. Who's y'all backup quarterback? Y'all got somebody, right?
Mariota.
He was in the
season 1
show too. Yep. Yeah. Interesting.
They should have done Dak.
Well, we got in season this year.
True.
So y'all will see that greatness comes. And the Kool-Aid.
We don't have a pot on that.
The Kool-Aid, bro. Hitting. It's hot outside too. But yeah, man. Last thing. Plot twist came out. First episode of the solo pod on my channel. And I'm launching the plot twist channel this week. So I'm super excited about that. Because I got the first episode out, and then I also got the clips, and I know everything's gonna look like. I just gotta put it together now. And then we'll do the Sinners review. That's the late done that. That's the late done that for.
Yo, Sinners is streaming now too, so go watch that, y'all.
Yeah. Yep. It is. Oh, Chris, did you see F1?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Good stuff.
Great stuff. Second best movie of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for more. We'll see y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.